Time Travel Tim. This is my best friend Tim. Today he seemed very excited, but he wouldn't tell me why.
I have a big secret, but you have to promise not to tell anybody.
He found a time machine up in his attic. He made me promise to keep it a secret. What is that?
It's my time machine.
He took me inside. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was amazing.
I'll show you how it works. Let's go into the future.
This is amazing. I can't believe my eyes. Tim took me into the future to show me what our town will look like in 100 years.
That's a car. People don't ride horses around town anymore.
Then we went back in time to see what the town was like when it was founded. It certainly was different. The only thing I recognized was the water. Now that we're back again in our own time, I hope I could keep Tim's secret. Can you? The end. Where should we go next?
Remember, you promised not to tell anybody.
Whenever I don't feel like doing something, like my homework, my mom always says, never put off for tomorrow what you can do today. How about making up a story where the moral of the story is, never put off for today what you can do 100 years ago?
Write a story about a day in the life of a kid in 1776. How does his day compare with yours? The scrapbook will give you some clues.
I like making up adventures with my friends about our trips to the past. In our adventures, we always bring something with us that people who lived a long time ago have never seen before.
I like stories about people who come to my town for a visit from the past and tell me about all the changes they see.
Whenever I need an idea for a story, I just ask my grandparents about what their lives were like when they were young.
How about writing a story about the town celebration in 1945 when the soldiers come back from the war? Imagine the parade through Main Street.
People in the old days didn't have planes or cars or even bicycles. Imagine if you woke up one morning and all the cars had been replaced by horses. Write a story about the day you had to go everywhere on a horse.
My relatives first came to this country on a ship in the 1700s. Sometimes I imagine what it would be like if I were there to greet them.
Did you ever hear that phrase, time flies when you're having fun? Write a story about how that phrase came to be.
Welcome! You have found the book of our house. It is our desire to create a history of this place. The children of the home shall inscribe the contents, and it will remain with this house. We shall describe our life and other events in these colonies. June 23rd, 1640. Jonathan Weston. My father's name is Jonathan. He started this book. This is our mother, Martha, and our new baby sister, Lydia. My sister Christina is the eldest. She helps our mother take care of us. This is my sister, Mary. My name is William. This is my family. We are the Weston family. In 1635, our parents left England for the New World. They sailed on a ship for 12 weeks. They came to find a new life of religious freedom. My sisters, Mary and Christina, and I were born in this town named Ashford. This is Ashford. We bring our goods here to trade for things we need. Whenever a ship comes in, we go down to meet it. It brings things from England that we don't have here. People from the Indian village come to trade in town. We also come here to go to church. This is the ship dock. Whenever a boat arrives, we go to meet the new people and to see what goods have arrived. Almost all of the Massachusetts Indians that lived here died of smallpox about 20 years ago. There is still a small village outside of our town, though. The town preacher has converted most of the Indians to Christianity. They come to Ashford to trade with us. This is our town church. The church is an important meeting place for the entire town. Many people came to the colonies for the freedom to attend the church of their choice. You can see that our roads are dirt that is firmly packed by horses and carts. Travel becomes difficult when the roads get muddy after a rain or snow. These are the tents where we trade for things that we need. We trade with the Indians and the others in town. We trade the corn that we've grown for tools and other food. We climb up to the sleeping loft on a ladder. This is the inside of our home. Our father built it with help from some other men in town. We pounded the dirt to make our floor firm. It's one of my chores to sweep it every day. This is the loft where we all sleep on big mattresses filled with straw. The stove below keeps us warm. We climb up to the sleeping loft on a ladder. We do all of our cooking in the fire. The fireplace keeps us warm, too. Our whole family works to farm our land. We grow corn, beans, and pumpkins. We use what we need, and the rest we trade for other goods, such as salt and candlesticks. My sisters and I work to help the family in the fields, but we must also learn our lessons. Our mother is teaching us to write. We read the Bible and write in this book of our history. Sometimes our lessons are taught as rhymes to help us remember them. Sometimes our parents teach us that we must never be idle. If we finish all of our studies, work, and chores, our mother allows us to do the things we enjoy. I like to carve, and Mary likes to play with the corn husk doll she made.
La 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 la.
Thankfully, we have our horse, Evelyn. She pulls our plow and also pulls our cart of goods into town. When we're in town, my father always tries to meet with Nushoku. He is a member of the Massachusetts tribe. He has taught my father many secrets for growing our crops. When boats come in, we hope to receive letters and news from our relatives still in England. When ships arrive in town, they bring letters from our family and friends who are still in England. Some of them write about coming to join us soon. Our lives are very simple here. All of our clothing is homespun. My shirts are cut from the linen cloth that my mother spun and wove. Here are some of the things that we use every day. Some are used out in the field. Some are used inside. Some we use both indoors and outdoors. Mother brought some fine plates, knives, and forks over from England when she and Father first came to the colonies. Father brought his spyglass from England so that he could look out to sea and at the stars. We use barrels that come from the boats to store our food. We've also made buckets out of wood to carry water from the stream. This is my hoe. I use it to loosen the firm soil in our field. We need to do this so the seeds can grow more easily.
We are the Perez family. What a cool book to find in our new house.
Hi, I'm Donna Stanger. I've been developing software for 14 years and was a teacher for 20 years before that. I've always been fascinated by how children learn and how we can help them. There are many different schools of thought on how to help children learn to write, but most educators agree that writing is a multi-step process. Let's take a look at one version of those steps. Pre-writing is a term used to describe anything that helps a child get ready to write. Children are ready to write when they believe that they have something to say. You can help with this by providing concrete experiences that are rich in sights and smells and sounds. It might be something as elaborate as a trip to the zoo or as simple as popping corn. In writing a first draft, the main thing is to just let the ideas flow. Don't worry about spelling or punctuation or even the order of things. You can go back and reorder later. Just help your child get the ideas out. Revision is probably the most important step of all, but unfortunately it's often the most neglected. Parents and teachers can work together to help children recognize that writing is a process. A first draft can be changed and played with until it says exactly what you want it to say. Maybe the ending can become a beginning, or maybe not. Computers have given us a powerful new way to make rewriting painless and to help children improve their writing. You know, it's very difficult for anyone to edit their own writing, so this is a great time for you to get involved with your child as an editor. In responding to a first draft, don't worry about spelling or punctuation. Just concentrate on exactly what your child is trying to say. Ask specific questions that will help your child clarify what the main character looked like or why he did what he did. All of the picky corrections should be saved for the proofreading stage. Help your child cross the T's and dot the I's, but be sure that these corrections don't become more important than the writing itself. Publishing is an opportunity for your children to share their writing, and an added opportunity for you to demonstrate your pride in their work. Tools like Imagination Express allow publishing to take many forms. A poem hung on the refrigerator, a beautiful printed book sent to Grandma, or an interactive story created to share with a friend. Time Trip USA.